Coming to the plate now, Rick Weber, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered.
Rick Weber digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, and now that's the second home run.
Jonathan Villar will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Man, he can flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down.
Rick Weber stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Springer, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they take the lead 4-3.
Well, we wondered what he'd have to do for an encore. Hey, here it is. His 3rd home run of the ball game. He's having an afternoon to remember so far.
Steven Copen will lead things off here for Houston as they look to get things started in this 6th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even rather than later.
He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. Rick Weber will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
Weber.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Vince Rodriguez strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Cole Calhoun steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning.
This is a pivotal at-bat.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. The run scores from second. Now a 7-5 game. Oh, he makes the stop. Excellent effort, but no chance to make the play at first. That's a base hit.
Well, we've seen winning rallies get started with less than this. This is going to be an
Rick Weber will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
First pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. He's got it, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. Coming to the plate now, Rick Weber, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0. In now, Rick Weber. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Rick Weber stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Waka comes set. First pitch on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. That makes it 6-5 now.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one.
So stepping in, Evan Gattis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Brennan Bosch Steps in here to lead off the sixth as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here. Digging in to try it again, Matt Adams. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Weber is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Why?
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. Rick Weber gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Heisey going back. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So a relatively routine start. Now to the plate, Rick Weber. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found him.
Evan Gaddis in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores. Rick Weber makes his way to the box to lead us off in the sixth inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
High and deep to right center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. As they pull within one here, it's now a 5-4 game.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
I don't get it.
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Tops Player of the Game award?
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
Now to the plate, Rick Weber, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Slapped hard the opposite way. Huff is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Rick Weber digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Hit hard down the line. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line towards center field. Ellsbury has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. So a runner on first with 1 out now, and striding in is the first baseman, James Loney. Looking to avoid his first walk. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs or hits here. Rick Weber comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now, and he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and
Evan Gaddis steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Hit sharply on the ground. Dozier fields it cleanly, and a rather easy first out. But 1's all they get as the run scores.
Number 5.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 3-1. Rick Weber gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that?
Justin Bohr is into the box for his second appearance, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's there, and he's out.
Picked him up. Nice play.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo.
Now to the plate, Rick Weber. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, and he jumped all over a first-pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
Taken high and deep to right. Stanton looking up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second.
Rick Weber will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take you back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His third home run of the ball game. And the Mets open things up here. It's now 4-1.
Well, we wondered what he'd have to do for an encore. Here it is. His third home run of the ball game. He's having an afternoon to remember so far.
Al Sargent will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. And gentlemen, one of the big keys here for the Marlins this afternoon was the play of this man, Jared Saltalamacchia. Take a snapshot of that. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely...
Coming to the plate now, Rick Weber, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. One out and a runner on second base. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through. A base hit around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he is in there. In now, Vince Rodriguez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. For third. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Just a great at-bat there. Fell behind early. He worked it back to 2-2, and then boom. Lines a single to drive in the run. That's all about never giving up at the plate.
Leading off the inning, Max Stassi, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Down the first baseline, Weber gloves it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Striding into the box, Rick Weber. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Runners on the move for second. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and a side. Rick Weber gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
And that is through into center field, a base hit. Now a long throw home, and not in time as the run scores.
Be safe.
Now batting.
Another run home to score in the inning, and it's not going to be charged to him, but still, he's got to find some way to get his guys.
Coming to the plate again, Vince Rodriguez, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. The 0-2 home struck him out, and the inning finally comes to a close. Jonathan Villar will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. This is pulled into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Digging in to try it again, Rick Weber. He singled his last time up.
First baseman, Rick Weber.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Springer is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Cameron Maben will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. Rick Weber digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hot shot to third. Conger is right there, and he's retired 1 away.
Up next for the
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Tops Player of the Game award?
Yeah, and I think we probably could have.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Rick Weaver.
Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
But he won't have to worry about a throw. Ball 4. First and second now with 2 away.
And it looked like he was on his way to breezing through this half inning. But then a base hit. Now a walk.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Kike Hernandez is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field. And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Ruben Tejada. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top.
First really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
That's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Now to the plate, Vince Rodriguez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. On the ground to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
Boy, if you want to draw up what a perfect hit and run looks like.
Cole Calhoun stands in with another first inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, this has been an impressive first inning for these guys, and you know they'd love to tack one on here.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Now this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here.
Right now.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much needed first out there. In now, Avisail Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Cabrera for 1. Onto the pitcher covering at first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the... Rick Weaver stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Skied into straightaway right. Harper has it in his tracks. And that ends the inning. Lester Cole is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Oh, that was definitely a double play possibility going.
Everett Cabrera ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. A little roller toward the hole. Backhanded. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
Both of these guys at the top of the lineup can put a lot of pressure on the defense because of that speed. And here, he beats this one out.
Rick Weber will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
You know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come in.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game. At the plate, Rick Weber, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Zimmerman comes set. Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. Two-run shot to straightaway center as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can
Bryce Harper will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Wheeler pauses, coming at him with the 0-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Coming to the plate now, Rick Weber, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Ramey scoops it up, and he's retired 1 away. Everett Cabrera steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball in...
Oh, what a dive to first. Just late. He's safe.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
Great effort out there, and if that's any other runner, he's going to get him.
Yeah, a nice effort down there at first. This is full extension to pull it in. Then he tries to shuffle this one off to the pitcher covering.
Rick Weber strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that in. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
For the victorious.
So that'll just about do it. Rick Weber steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he's in there with a 2-run triple. So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. Vince Rodriguez digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
On the ground up the middle, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Stepping in, Rick Weber, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. Line towards center field. In for a look is Borges, but this gets down a base hit.
Things are starting to click for him now.
Vince Rodriguez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after ground. Drilled right back up the middle. Taken in by Wong. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
At the plate, Cole Calhoun. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
And he knows there was no real intention to hit him right there, but that doesn't make you feel any better to get hit. He'll be looking to get some revenge right here.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. In now, Rick Weber. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Hit hard on the ground to third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. The relay, and it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him. Steve Alley steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Right side. To his left, Souza. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a...
Rick Weber gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that?
Christian Yelich will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game. ready to deliver the 1-2. Line to the right side. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two of them. Stepping in, Gene Segura. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Slow roller back to the mound. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away. Rick Weber stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
Hot shot to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Things are starting to click for him now. 2 for 2 in the ball game. Regular season, here I come.
Evan Gaddis will get a shot here with two away and a runner at first now following the base hit. To short. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Mets strand one. They're up 2. Rick Weber strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Miley into the windup. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to right center field. Back goes Ozuna. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game. And the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second.
Robert Werner digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. To first. Weber right there. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
First baseman number 19, Eduardo.
Rick Weber stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Don't look now, but he's closing in on what might be an historic performance. He's got a single, he's got a homer. Now he's got a triple to go along with the other two. He could come up with it.
Evan Gaddis strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Stanton moves over. Makes the play, 1 away. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Good work there to pick up that second run of the inning. He just gets the ball airborne.
Right side. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer. And they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, maybe a little disappointing that he could only get 3/4 of the cycle, especially since he got the 2 hardest ones out of the way. But all in all, still a great offensive performance.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. Rick Weber steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. Around third and being waved on home. In to score is the runner from third. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, the first big hit of the ball game comes right here in the first inning. 2 men on. He finds a pitch he can handle, and he does not miss this one. He drives it all the way to the wall to bring home the first 2 runs of the game.
Vince Rodriguez stands in with another first inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive first inning for these.
Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Echeverria. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Cole Calhoun digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
2 runs on.
Everett Cabrera gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. On the ground to the right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-1. Rick Weber is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. Arrieta into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Rasmus. Makes the play, 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Lester Cole, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
And he's not quite as powerful from the left side as he is batting right-handed. So he just doesn't quite have that same pop in his bat batting lefty.
The catcher,
and now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound. Rick Weber heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Rasmus. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo shot to right center. Colby Rasmus comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting.
Rick Weber will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Shot towards second. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And the runner from third crosses the plate. The relay throw, and he's in there with a 2-run triple.
That man right there is off to a heck of a start here so far. Drives in 2 more runs there. That's 5 for him on the afternoon. He just continues to come up big with runners on base.
Vince Rodriguez will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing whatever.
Cole Calhoun stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Echeverria's there. Spin throw. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
So close.
At the plate, Everett Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
Grounded back up the middle. A step on the bag for one. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
He kind of got stuck in an in-between.
And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Ryan Zimmerman. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody.
I give up.
At the plate, Rick Weber, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
And that's one of those where even if he fields this thing cleanly, he was going to have a tough time.
Coming to the plate now, Evan Gaddis. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Now at the plate, David Wright. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Right side. He's got it. A step on the bag for one. But one's all they get as the run scores.
Batting center.
Rick Weber steps in now.
Now batting, first baseman, Rick Weber.
Drilled right back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look.
Digging in to try it again, Evan Gaddis. He came through with an to short. Mercer is there. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. David Wright stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. For third. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through. A base hit. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Now the pitcher.
Rick Weber comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Lifted in the air to center field. Borges is camped under this one. One pitch, one away. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Oh, and he can't make the play. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. bounce to first. And he'll
He's
step
out.
on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he...
Rick Weber gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. Vince Rodriguez set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. For second on the ground to the right side, and that finds its way through for a base hit, and he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Well, if this was a straight hit and run, this is not really a high percentage play with 2 outs, but it's going to work out perfectly as he finds a hole. That'll put runners on the corners.
Cole Calhoun steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance.
And there's a base hit as the runner will score from third, and that gives the Mets a 1-0 lead. Stepping in, Matt Carpenter, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Way to get dirty. He's out.
Wow. Made it look easy.
Batting third, first baseman.
Rick Weber strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Waka looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Belted high and deep into right center. Ranging back is Borges, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
How about
Well,
it?
you knew he was going to be halfway to the cycle one way or the other. And I don't think he got quite all of that one, but he still gave it a pretty good ride. He's going to pull into second with his second base hit, and this one's a double.
Vince Rodriguez will dig in. He singled his first time around.
And they take another single.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kiermaier's got a read on it, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More spring training baseball from Rick Weber will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0 pitch. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Borges is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors in a... Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
Now to the plate, Rick Weber, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. Martin is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Prince Fielder gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1-2-3. Rick Weber is into the box for his second appearance. 0-for-1 with a flyout.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run.
Rick Weber will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his two-run homer that had him rolling early on. Now a ground ball for Andrus at short. This could be two. On to Fielder, and they turn to a double play. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Bass. Rick Weber steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first, so this is a big opportunity right now.
Gonzalez ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, they were looking for at least a sac fly here, and fortunately for them, they had the right man for the job at the plate. So, nice.
Rick Weber comes forward looking to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position.
Yeah, and you know, one man who'd love for him to come through big time right here is his pitcher. We'll see if he can get it done.
But there to take it in is the shortstop Andrus for the first out of the inning. Leading off the inning, Ryan Rua, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt. Rick Weber digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. Rick Weber steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Rick Weber.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit hard towards second, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay, and it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him.
Posed.
And this is going to turn into one of those no harm, no foul situations out there on the mound.
Tom Sau will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Wheeler pauses. Here's the 1-2. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Weber takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly,
back here on a special opening day edition of the MLB pregame show. Matt Vasgersian here, counting down the minutes until the new season gets underway. And before it does, we'll check out our first Topps player spotlight. Rick Weber is our focus, and he'll look to capture the same magic he had a year ago when he had the highest batting average in the National League. Steve, what do you think about his chances to repeat?
Matt, I don't think there's any question that he's the favorite to capture this year's batting title as well. There are a lot of great hitters in the league, but he showed such great consistency throughout the season last year. And it just seemed like every time he came to the plate, he was locked in. And that's very hard to do over 162 games. It's going to be really exciting to watch him do it all again this year.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Miami Marlins.
With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, I think they have to understand where they're playing. This is a great pitcher's ballpark, so you're not going to go out there trying to hit the light towers with everything you swing at. Make solid.
Rick Weber gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on.
Weaver.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
And you know, after a month down in spring training, near the end, you start to get a little anxious, waiting for the season to get going. I guarantee you, he's been looking forward to this at-bat.
Leading off the inning, Christian Yelich, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. In now, Rick Weber. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat. And
that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Boy, when you hit a ball into the gap like that, I don't care who the outfielders are. You have no chance of chasing that thing down. Splits the outfielders perfectly, in for an easy double. Boy, you got some things going now.
Evan Gattis is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. High and deep to right. Back goes Stanton. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Rick Weber strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Smiley comes set. Here's the first pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 3-0 game. Evan Gattis will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Swing and a miss. David Wright digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Here's the 3-0. And they won't tempt it here with Wright as that pitch misses for ball 4.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think...
William Knight digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Struck him out. Dan Souza stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Rick Weaver will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Lifted into center field. Ozuna is under it. And that's the third out. Rick Weaver strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High and deep to straightaway right. Stanton looking up. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His second of the game as this lead swells to 7-0.
Sometimes these pitchers, they let their egos get the better of them. Here, instead of working the corners, maybe using something with a little more movement, gives them a straight.
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out on opening day and turns in a great performance. That's how you want to get your season started.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top. Back live now on the From the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look inside Marlins Park in Miami. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the New York Mets and the Miami. Rick Weaver gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Cozart has his sign. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. Yelich is there, and they breeze through this half inning. Rick Weaver stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Ozuna. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there.
Alexis Guillen will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No. Rick Weaver will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
At the plate, Cole Calhoun. He singled his last time up. Towards second. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into third. And he'll get in there safely at third. First and third now for the Mets to start out the inning.
Well, I'm not sure if this was a planned hit and run or just a straight steal. If it was a hit and run, he got it all backwards here. As a left-handed hitter, he's got it.
William Knight will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
This is popped up, and there to take it in is Guillen for route number 1. David Wright will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
Way late, and he's in there easily at second. Throw down to second here is by him and into center field. And now the runner will score from third on the errant throw. Trying to do a little too much. Hit the other way out toward right field. Calhoun is there, 2 down. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Rick Weber is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. And here's ball 4 now on the intentional walk. So that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 gone.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say.
Cole Calhoun steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And this could really...
William Knight comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
Bohr is over, and he tucks it away for the 2nd out. David Wright comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Ozuna is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands. Rick Weber steps into the box. Let's see if they avoid the zone again or try to challenge him here.
They'll kind of have to come right after him this time because there's no good reason for walking him right here.
Stanton on the run. And that retires the side. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Rick Weber is our subject, and we get a great look at him here from a few moments ago as he was presented with his well-earned National League MVP trophy. A great moment in his career.
Yeah, and that's certainly something that he's going to remember forever. And it's an award that he definitely earned. But at the same time, he's got a new season to worry about now. And it's not too common for an MVP to go back-to-back and repeat the following year. So hopefully he can return to the great form that he displayed last year.
Yeah, I hope he can too. He was such an awesome sight to see out there last season. I mean, he really gave the fans around the league a thrill game in and game out. Certainly one of the most exciting players in the game today.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you really have to be patient in this one. Work the count, take some pitches, and then put the ball in play. I think you're going to have to try to manufacture runs one base hit at a time.
Andrew Heaney gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this year.
Rick Weber gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he is in the scoring position at second with their first hit, a 2-out double.
Well, you know, it's never too late to get a first-inning rally started. This one's going to find the gap for 2 bases, so now at least to give your cleanup guy a shot to maybe drive in that first run of the game.
Coming to the plate now, Evan Gattis. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yep, Earl is a well-liked umpire, all-around base.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Cole. And that's the 3rd out. Rick Weber walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
Gonzalez comes set. Here's the first pitch. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and the Mets move out to a 2-1 lead.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, He homered in yet.
Anthony Rendon stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so...
Oh, what a stop! Excellent effort, but no chance to make the play at first. That's a base hit.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never...
Danny Espinoza is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
To first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for Washington. They still trail it here. Ready to take his hacks again, Rick Weber, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
First delivery to him on the way. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Harper, still going back. Gone! It's a grand slam! So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, his second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, he painted himself into an almost impossible situation on the mound. The conditions were ripe, and you know, when you're facing a guy like this with the bases loaded, you just get that feeling that he's going to do something special, and boy did he ever right there.
Rick Weber will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Scorched to third. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, he's homered, he's doubled, and now he adds a single to that total. He's left himself with the toughest leg of the cycle remaining, but he'll at least have a chance to pick up that 4th and final leg next time.
Evan Gattis will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce a...
Second, popped high in the air. Rendon is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 5.
David Wright will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. In the air, out to right. Harper has a read on it, and that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to the Show Nation.